Hello and welcome thine face back to the oxygens of not included. I am going to print this here duplicate named Frankie. Because he likes farming. And we need a farmer here because the calories, well, that's probably because I just loaded the game. Calories are not looking good. I would have loved one that already had a skill in farming, but we're going to take what the Portapod gives us. Because he's going to have to level up a bit. He likes farming. Wrong planet. I was like, wait a minute, how do you have that many skills? Frankie here. He likes farming. It'll just take us a while to get there. It's like, what's the point in getting tier 1 farming? What does that do? It doesn't give you crop tending. But we're gonna start working. Maybe I should have waited till I got one that got crop tending. Too late now. Demolition. Joshua is usually stressed now, so we're not gonna worry too much about him just yet. It's interesting that he's also a researcher. Or like put him in space. Ruby. Yes, carry more. That's not bad. You can do that. And Stinky, you basically got what you like to do. So, I'll give you. Well, like those two are never bad to just give duplicates. Yeah, let's play that for a little while. Yeah, we got some calories, but basically the bog buckets are one. Yeah, there we go. We're not getting as much as I would like. I forget, it's been a day or two since I played this. I forget exactly where I left off. Got a great haul here. I built a gas range just to see what we can cook in it. Surf and cook. Surf and cook? Surf and turf. That's a nice thing to make. And I think like Frost Burger is one of the best things. +6. Yeah, +6. Surf and turf is only a 4, which is kind of funny. But that requires frost bun. So we have to make frost buns, lettuce, and barbecue. So, yeah, why do we get... There's no seafood in that I know of. But yeah, we also need a cook. We can't cook anything. I want to make Swampy Delights, but we can't do that because we don't have a cook. I might just send some food in from this planet. We tend to get more than we need here in the Lice Loaf. What I need to do is set up a better Paku farm. I've done some digging, some moving of stuff, and some building of stuff. Missing research. I queued up, wrong button. Queued up this research with the research reactor, even though I don't have any space research. I just want the rest of it done for when space research does happen. I've turned off plastic production for now just because it was chewing up a lot of power. And I've been working on getting a steam turbine to cool down gases. But I am actually running out of ceramic. And the problem is I don't have any clay to make more ceramic. So I kind of cracked this open. I think I'm going to put another tile right here, another airflow tile, just so we can start getting ceramic. I did set up a ceramic in this thing to just endlessly whatever filtration. This right here, this is basically just to make ceramic or to make clay so we can ship it back and make ceramic. I dug down to this thing, and it's a hydrogen vent. I had not looked at that yet. That is interesting. Very interesting. I should do something with that. something good and glorious and wonderful. Why aren't you running? Are you at max pressure? No, you're fine. Yes, quite interesting. Okay, but yeah, that's the stuff that's been happening. We do have that hydrogen generator there. That's just what I hooked up with this little bit to try and keep the hydrogen from leaking out into the base like it is. Gas element sensor. I'm gonna set that to hydrogen, just so that this thing isn't running all the time. But yes, I believe I shall do something with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let's dig up and over first. Just so that any hydrogen might go up there instead of flooding the rest of the base. I need to make some sort of a sealed chamber for it. And another interesting thing that has happened is we are out of copper. We have this 2,000 kilograms for feeding these hatches, but otherwise, we be out. Let's see. Right there. Yep, that's 0. They've been turning it all into refined metal, which I appreciate. But I think it's about time to let the hatches go. Who made a mess and why? Oh, did you guys strand yourselves? It's like, that should be working. Wait, it's not? Why? Body temperature? Oh, no. Is it... It's too cold? Awkward. So that means that I think I need... Where would be? Utilities, space heater, cobalt, 9. We'll wait for him to get that. But yeah, this is gonna be a little bit of a problem. Okay, well I had him empty the pipe. And I've got this thing going now. I need to build one last little bit of automation for, but basically if it's below 72 degrees, this thing is going to turn on. I'm actually going to make that 73. Just to give us a little bit more breathing room. But that should do an awful lot for making sure that that doesn't get backed up. It's kind of a big thing to have break. And I just got a bunch more polluted oxygen or polluted water all over the base. And I have this solar panel queued up. They should have the glass for it, but they just don't want to build it. Let's see. I haven't done that yet. Anyways, back to this base. Airflow tile. Let's get another one there. Just let them start working through that. Yeah. I forget what I was doing. I was queuing up a rocket. Just a very simple one to try and get some of that research, some of that space research. And I was going to make an exosuit. I know words. But an exosuit dock in here somewhere. But I need to rework this a little bit because those suits are 3 high, the stations, which would break that and our little vacuum chamber wouldn't be working anymore. What is all this polluted oxygen doing up here? That's a little bit different. Just build one of these somewhere. Can I build it right there? Yeah, okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to deconstruct that or replace it with tile. Yeah, that's probably a better way of doing it. And then dig out one more layer there and put in another layer of mesh right there, like so. And then when that's done, I can put in Atmo suits just so they can do more here. I could also start digging up more copper. That is something that I should probably do since we're out of copper. But I think I want these smooth hatches to be dead before that happens. I'm going to let them finish off what they got there, and then I'm probably going to kill them all. Just because they've done great, but I don't want to be losing the 25% copper anymore. I want to start just doing manual refinement. Yes. Oh, and another thing I was going to mention that I did was I moved a pip up here and had them start planting stuff. And apparently they were able to plant a buddy bud over a thimbleweed seed. Well, I had a thimbleweed seed there. That's actually something that I should take care of very soon. And I was afraid that the thimbleweed seed would affect their planting pattern. So I dug it up. And it looks like the pip was able to plant a buddy bud just in the hydroponics tile, which is different. I didn't know they could do that. But what I want to do is make this into a wildlife nature reserve. So whenever duplicants come through here or here to get to this part of the base, they'll get the morale bonus. And I might actually force them through here instead of having them go up through here. That way they for sure get that bonus. I would like a thimbleweed seed, please. Very quickly before that pip gets a... Before that pip does what it do. I'm not sure how that works now, because they still have it like as a priority. This might take a little while. Here's hoping that the toilets don't back up. Stay distracted, Pip. Actually, while you're there, destroy that thing. And get ready to uproot this again. Because that Pip's eye in it. Ooh, yeah. Good choice, Pip. Good choice. Okay. You can go. You can leave now. You can go take a nap. I might have destroyed that a little too soon. We'll find out. Okay. We got a thimbleweed there. Nice. And that means that we should have it be using water? Yes, okay. Good deal. Good deal. Panicked for a moment, but it looks like we'll be fine. Now we just need to wait for the Pip to plant right there whenever it gets bored and decides to. Okay, so I'm just kind of letting them plink away at things. We got a nice nature reserve right here going on. I do want to build an airflow tile or two, just to let some of this polluted air kind of move around a little bit. I don't know what that alert was. But I'm getting ready to dump all of the Paku in right here. And I set up this sieve, just clean out this polluted water so that I don't have to worry about the off-gassing. It's literally just going to suck it from there and dump it back in there, and we're going to let that run until I don't see any more polluted water. Mop? Nope, still can't mop. We're going to check in on drip because it's been a while. I got this set up. Looks like they dug it. This thing is nasty. Let me tell you what. Hydrogen at 932 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, thankfully, hydrogen has a fairly high thermal conductivity for gas. So it should cool off pretty quick through there. But then what I'm going to have set up is this little filter right here. Hydrogen is going to get kicked out to the generator. Everything else is going to get sent to this little thing. And we're just going to build a canister emptier, like right there. Why not? And you're going to set it to basically everything that's not irritable. Like there's some chlorine in here, we're going to leave that bottled. But any of the oxygen in this spot, we're going to want to pull that out. I'm not going to turn that on, though it should have power. Unless our batteries are just dead. Yep, batteries are just dead. Blah, 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 blah. I need to get some crude oil in there. So I had a mop errand set and have this set to crude oil just because I want a little bit of a liquid lock right here. If this stays hydrogen, we shouldn't have too much of a problem because this is a gas lock right now. Works very similar to a liquid lock. The hydrogen stays right up here and shouldn't let the oxygen come through. But if ever this gets pulled into a vacuum, which it shouldn't, but if it were, then bad things would happen. Well, it wouldn't be like the worst case scenario. It'd just be that a bunch of oxygen keeps working its way in here and we're wasting a bunch of power. But I figure, why make it harder than it needs to be? Just put a little dribble of crude oil in there, just in case it gets super hot. Like right now, it's cold enough that it could freeze the water. So we don't want to do water, but it's hot. It could get hot enough to boil water, so we don't want that there for either end of the temperature scale. We do have a solar panel here, but apparently it is not keeping up with the demands of everything. But otherwise they seem to be doing all right. That's keeping up with that. A little bit on the chilly side, but not horrible. Well, I think I could actually set this to the 72. It seems to be keeping it warm enough. And that thing eats a lot of power. And we're running out of polluted water there. I think it's time to let someone run the manual generator again. I had to turn it off so that Ruby would dig this, but we might want her back in there. We'll just give her custom access. Let's let her keep working on her athletics. Suits are fine though. And bog jelly. We got a bunch of bog jelly. We're good there. Other than the fridge, it doesn't have any power, but okay. You guys are sorting yourself out well enough. This little drop of polluted water might not make its way over there unless I like build the vent on that spot. Can I mop that? I can. I might just mop that out of there. Da-da-da. Materials research was not working. there is sort of a known bug going on with it where duplicants just won't use it. The workaround was to build some automation and just toggle it on and off, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do that, and they'll come in and start running on that again. We're slowly getting enough ceramic to build this. We got another little bunch. I could seal it in some more, but I think I'm going to start filling it up with water. That way we can turn this on. I have not primed this line at all yet, so that's another thing I'm going to have to do still. That'd be interesting. I might just take it from right there. That might be the fastest way to work it around. Or that one right there. Nah, I like this one because it's a lot of polluted water. So yeah, yeah, something like that. Yep. We know at least right there. What's the easiest way to get down there? Ooh, not a... I think actually through there is still the easiest way to get down there. We'll just have to come across to here, bridge that spot. And then bridge that spot. Down and over like so, and then bridge that spot. Bridge, bridge, bridge. Yes. We'll connect that and then cancel because we don't want you to rebuild that. And that should be that line pretty well done. Need a little bit more ceramic for the insulated pipe going from the the steam turbine itself. Ash can, like, I've noticed a few more dupes being cooked. I say cooked, I don't think they've actually been cooked. Just don't know what's hurting them. Like, are they running through the rad bolts? I don't know. I have not seen. But yeah, I think we're just about to the point where we can turn this on. And that'll be nice. Nice little cooling source. Make some cool oxygen. Get a little extra more power for the super sustainable. Where are we at on that, by the way? Super. 160,000. I feel like we'll be getting close when we hit past 200. Okay, so I'm making the finishing little connections on our system here. And it looks like we are about to be off to the races. I'm going to then deconstruct that bridge. Looks like we got a nice little flow going. I might have to empty a pipe segment or two. We'll find out here in a bit. What are you disinfecting? I don't know. So my idea here is that when the steam is made, it should push all the oxygen up to right here, and then I can just build a tile in right here to lock the oxygen out. But it is cooking. So we have water coming out at 53 degrees. Right now, 57, heating up a bit. Coming through here, coming up at 79. Yeah, I like it. It's all hooked up. Let's see. So if ever the water is already cold enough, this the thermal detector will turn off the aqua tuner and the water will keep flowing. But if ever it is below what I have right now set 50 degrees, if ever it's above 50 degrees, this thing should run and cool the water down. So we have it going in at 70 right now. Yeah, it's nice and chilly right there. I like it. These things are getting a little warm right up in here. I might want to, like, send some more runs out. But I think with the oxygen, it's already getting fairly cold. Like right there, it's going in at 120, and then it's coming out at 71 right now. Yeah, I might just make some of that radiant, just like a section or two. And it'll probably suck up a bit of the temperature. So I haven't done much with this run right here just because I didn't have a use for it. But I might run that out like so and then just slap a gas bridge on for now. Yeah, that's coming out nice and chilly right now. That copper got cold fast. Just gotta wait for that water to heat up to the point of boiling. The boiling point. Yep. Well, that's working pretty well. So I dropped this thing down to 45, which I think is about as low as it can go before it starts freezing polluted water. The reason you use polluted water instead of regular water is it doesn't freeze at 32 degrees Fahrenheit like regular water does. It can go just a little bit colder. So I've set that thing pretty low. Just to take an edge off this stuff. So like the gas is coming out at 40 degrees or so. It's like 44 to 50 degrees. But it doesn't take very long before it's like 80. Some of them I saw it coming out here said 90 degrees. So I think I'm just going to let it run for a little while to cool the whole base off. Like it will slowly, you can kind of see it behind the heavy watt wire there, how the gas pipe is turning green. It's just going to slowly start cooling this stuff off. And then once it gets fairly cool, then I might reel this thing back in. But I'm straight up thinking about just deconstructing this tile to try and let some of the cool through here. I mean, we have radiant pipe right there, but there's just not an awful lot to conduct the water through that part. It'll be a while before that water boils into steam. I can get rid of that. And then when it does boil into steam, we're going to get a lot of extra heat right here if I'm not watching and close that thing off super quick. But yeah, the oxygen is not moving through right here super well. Like it hits this T and it divides pretty easily between the two. So I think really what I need to do is click the right tab, is find a way to get that oxygen to right there. Like this bridge is not doing anything for me. I've kind of been hesitant to dig into a lot of this because there's still slime and water and whatnot. We're making a dent on this pool. It's not set to their highest priority, but I have 2 pitcher pumps here with the auto bottle, so they dump water in here. And we've actually made a bit of a dent in this thing. Well, that one's copper, so that's not going to get done anytime soon. I mean, the water was somewhere up around in there when I finished this thing. And it's gone down that far, so that's pretty good. I'm not upset with that at all. This is heating up quite nicely with the endless steel. It's got it fairly warm right there, but it's still pretty frigid over here. But just ever so slowly, it'll work its way through. Haven't done anything with that yet. Oh, oxalite. Because we got a Prince Puff there, sucking up our air. And over here... Oh, we also, I noticed, got the rocket done. I mean, it is bare bones inside. And not much else to it is done at all. I don't think we even have anyone that can pilot it yet. I don't know why that's unreachable, though. You'd think that would be just reachable fine. So now I just need to finish this. Well, it's probably unreachable because I disabled that. But it's, I don't think we actually have enough Atmos suits to fill all of that. Do we have power? Yes, we have power to it all. So I might queue up a few more Atmos suits. Copper? Huh. I don't feel like we have that much. Well, we'll see what happens with 2 of them. What happened to my other Atmos suits? I put 2 right there, yeah. So, just have to wait it out, I guess. 40-degree oxygen, that's nice, I like it. 41. But then, right there, boom, 60. 78. 84. All the way to 84 degrees before it comes all the way out here. But hopefully, given enough time, that will cool off fairly well. Yeah, it's one cold spot right there that I hope to leak through. It's kind of funny, the difference in the base. Like this base, we're starting to get a heat problem. Just a little bit. Over here, it's like this spot, the cold is creeping in. More than not. I was watching this thing erupt. I built this out of lead. That might not make it in the long run. If this thing starts erupting like crazy. We've got a nice full line of hydrogen. And that battery's not dying. Let's empty that storage. Just because they don't seem to be getting to it. Meat! Our bog buckets are just about grown. Calories are a little bit on the sketchy side. Do we have... No, Frankie still... He's close, but he still has not leveled up. Ooh. We're actually starting to get a bit more natural gas than I would like to see up here. I don't know if it's actually broken through. Yeah, it's starting to break through. So that's a thing that I need to take care of as well. Okay, so I've managed to get all of the polluted water taken care of. And I'm going to get fish feeder. Fish feeder. And put it... something like that? I don't know for now. Why not? I don't have a lot of water here yet. I might ought to do something about that. I also had to dig up all of these because I forgot Pip's plant top to bottom. So after I moved him up here, he wouldn't plant anything because there's already stuff down there. So we get to do all that again, which is fun. Fish feeder. Make it out of gold, I guess. We're gonna have to put more water here. That's fine. That's okay. I can do that. So we do have a park, and as soon as this Pip feels like planting something right there, I put a few different seeds in. Then we'll have a reserve, wildlife preserve, something like that, whatever it is. They still haven't delivered any of the suits, and they have built some. So I don't know why they're not doing that. And the temperature is going down ever so slowly, but it is. And that oxygen overheats super quick because I didn't do insulated run right there. So it comes like, yeah, we're 40, 50, somewhere around there. And then boom, 70, 80. But the good thing is it gets all the way up here, hits this thing, it's going to be super cold. I'm moving a lot of the heat up there in the long run. And it's just slowly filling up all those oxygen suits that no one wants to deliver to. And the water is slowly heating up. It's another like 17 degrees hotter than the last time I checked it. So we're slowly getting there. Who idle? Stinky? We did finally get Frankie to Farmer. I would love for Ruby to get an extra skill point. She is 200 away, and then she'll have suit training, and we can turn her loose on the world. I am building extra oxygen tank, not oxygen tanks, but just gas reservoirs to hold the natural gas. We're not getting just natural gas, but I have this sensor set up to, if it detects natural gas for longer than 5 seconds, start pumping, and that should keep that down just a bit. It's not doing the best a job, but close enough. But yeah, they're doing all right. Save, I think, just needing to get a cook. And these guys, we're gonna do Paku, mealwood seeds, because I got a lot of those right now. And this is going to be water at a high priority, and we're going to enable auto bottling. Just, I could. I'm not sure how much I want to have to deal with it, but if we put a bridge right there, need to do it at like a 9. Like that. That might be a little bit faster. Yeah, the slime is letting out oxygen now. And this might be too big for all the Paku. I haven't really figured out how to ranch Paku yet. They breed like crazy, so you gotta find a good way of moving eggs without destroying the population. So we'll figure that out in some time. Let's see, for now, I wanted to build some ladders across just so that they have something to run on. We can deconstruct that. I don't know if Paku eat slime or not. I don't think they do. They don't. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Some extra water, just fill it up so that they can eat the good snacks. I think we'll just dig that out so that the slime stops off-gassing, and we don't have to worry about the slime lung and polluted oxygen and all that. I'm not ready for all that. I was thinking about setting up some sort of refiner for it, but it's just not something that I'm really worried about right now. The only use I have for algae right now would be to feed Paku, and they eat algae really fast, so there's a good chance we'd like run out of algae. So you need to then set up a bunch of puffs to get a bunch of slime to farm more algae, and it's just not worth it. It's easier to feed them mealwood seeds. There's lots of mealwood seeds there, so I think they'll be fine on that for a little while. I'll watch the feeder, and if it ever goes empty, then we'll click algae and we'll let them eat algae. Oh, you're so close. So close. Come on. And there we got it. Ruby suit wearing. Nice. Now we don't have any problem with you coming down here and digging. And dig we will have you do. So what's the most popular igneous rock? Okay. We're just gonna dig 2 across like that. There we go. Igneous rock. Like that. So there's a ladder for you. But just lots of digging. Dig your way over to here. And dig all this up. Just do lots of the digs. We're going to want fossils. We're going to want to clear this space out for all the natural gas that we got going on. So we're going to need to get like some ladders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if we put ladders, I think like that should be good. I'm not going to worry too much about this just yet. I suppose I could put some ladders right there. Dig like that. And maybe over like that. We'll find out. We'll just see how that goes. Okay, so with the impending death of the smooth hatches and an odd shortage of hatches here, I think it's time I try and set this thing up to do what I want it to do originally, just because I'm going to need to breed a bunch more hatches to keep up with the demand of the food. Yes, that thing. So how am I going to do this? I must puzzle some. So we have the memory toggle sends a green signal when the green S port is set. I don't want to show it, but you can kind of see the picture there. We have O, S, and R. Sends a green signal if the S is set to green. Sending a green signal will reset to red if it hits the reset, which is the little windy bit like that. So what we want to have happen, well, we're gonna need to deconstruct some automation. What we want to have happen is have the cycle sensor trip on at the start of the day and keep it green until a duplicate comes in here and sings the egg. And there's a little bit of, they might be running back and forth through here. So I also want a filter gate. Space is a little bit tricky. How am I going to fit this in here? Felt like the only spot it would fit is right there. Yeah. I'm going to try and squeeze it in. Okay, so that doesn't exactly look pretty. I had to do some weird maneuvers with where I had everything, but we have the weight plate that is set up to a bridge just to jump the door that is connected to a filter gate. So we'll set this to something like however long it takes them to lullaby, just a little bit less than it takes for them to lullaby. I think I'm going to need one more. I think I'm also going to need a buffer gate. I do believe. Just keep it on. I didn't want to cancel the whole thing. Or memory toggle. You set like that. And you went. No, you weren't like that. You weren't like that at all. Ah, the reset is on the that. Yes. Okay. And I think I need a buffer gate. Which is interesting to try and fit in. Just to make sure that this thing doesn't instantly turn off when they're done lullabying. Because if this weight plate turns the thing off while they're lullabying it and they don't actually get the lullaby buff, then that's not good. So we want this weight plate to trip the memory toggle just a little bit before they finish lullabying the egg, but then we want the signal to stay green for a little bit longer. And then this should trip it to red, and it'll stay red until the cycle sensor at the start of the day turns it back green. Yes. Yes. I think that'll work just fine. Just gotta wait for him to build it. Okay. There we go. I believe. Unless I read memory toggle run. Or it's, there's copper on the weight plate. That would kind of mess up things. So we want that, I think, to be like 10 seconds. I don't know exactly how long it takes for them to lullaby. And the buffer gate, I don't know, we'll set that to 10 too, just in case. And then we wait. So that I can reset this and hopefully have someone come lullaby it. There we go. So we're gonna do, yeah. Okay, so there we go. I only need the one quick little tick at the start of the day, and that thing is going. Now we just wait for a farmer to come by and give it a hug. This egg might literally hatch before we get to see this test. Oh, hey, look. I was actually counting hatches that were being murdered. We have one more egg in there than I want. I actually think I can get rid of the critter sensor now that we have the murder pit and these things going on. You know, no, I'm not going to. It's a little bit of a safety net. Just a little bit of a safety net. Okay. So he sat on that for a time. I don't think it was quite long enough. Or, sorry, it was too long for the cycle sensor. So we're going to set that back down to 5 seconds. I did not get to watch fast enough to see how long it took for them to lullaby. And I know that animal husbandry, like the better they are at ranching, the faster they lullaby. But in general, that's just really hard to actually watch. Or they don't, I think there's a hard cap to how much they can increase animal husbandry by. So like Lear here. It's a farmer, not Ira. Who is our other rancher? And where are they at? Just gonna, I guess, have to click through stress. I know Harold's a rancher, so we'll look at Harold here. I believe it goes up to 8. Husbandry, 9. Oh, hey, look. It does go up a little bit more than I want. Okay, well, next cycle, next roundabout, we'll watch and see what happens. See if he catches. See if 5 seconds is enough to turn that thing off. Luckily, power isn't as much of a problem for me. I still have to watch this thing, but we haven't run out of power in a while, so I think I'll just let that run for a day and see what happens. I was watching the Pacu, but it worked, which is good. I also think I have all of these critter drop-offs set to where, like, this thing will not let anyone be stored. They auto-wrangle them. This one, they can put up to 20 in. It has a low priority, and then these have a max of 8 and a priority of 6. So I think if it works the way I expect it to, anytime one of these eggs hatches, they should wrangle it, and if one of these rooms is empty, drop it off there. If it's not empty, then they'll drop it off here. We'll find out. We will find out. But yeah, the Pacu, I had to do a reload because they weren't eating from the feeder, as they do. These 3 have eaten from the feeder. They are all happy. There's some polluted food germs in there, probably from the polluted water that used to be in there. Something like that. I don't know. It's working out. Still filling it up. Like, why are you glum? Why are you glum? Your metabolism is down. But I don't mind that so much as long as you keep laying eggs. It's like they got food, so I don't get why you're glum. You can make it to the feeder. I actually kind of like that amount of water right there, actually. So I can find the liquid bridge. I'll deconstruct that. So the reason I like that is they can't, like, they have 2 layers that they can swim in. And every extra layer you add is more calculations that can happen, and apparently that just gets out of control with Pacu pretty quick. They will crash a game with however much space they can move. Look at that squinty face. Ruby idle. It has been a long while since I've checked in on here. Ruby, I see that you have nothing to do. That's interesting, because I see a lot that you can be digging. We'll leave that alone for now. Chop that much. Yes. Yes. Just start digging more. We'll do like that. That should work. And the ladder made of igneous rock up to right here. Once you dig that. Fun stuff. Yeah, your calories, you guys are good. We got that farmer, and now you're gonna have more food than I know what to do with. Maybe sweep the plug slug eggs, though. Keep them out of there. I don't know how much I need plug slugs anymore. Oh, wrong one. What's neat? I mean, we have the hydrogen generator now. Batteries and solar. Batteries aren't looking like the greatest, but they're not looking like the worst. I don't know. This place it's just weird. It's my unloved colony. This is my loved colony. So what I feel like I need to do now is get better barracks and stuff going on. But that's gonna be a little bit of a layout. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle all of that. It's getting warm. We've made a lot of refined carbon, which is fine. Our steel is going up, which I like. We don't have enough lime. But I did set this bunch of people to ship lime, and they have fossil to lime for 5 ever. And I think they also ship eggshells. Yeah, I can make them crunch the eggshells. Actually, they aren't shipping lime. Is it under miscellaneous? All mineral. Maybe they haven't made any yet. Industrial ingredient. No? Consumable? There we go. Lime. So they're making lime for me, but they aren't necessarily shipping it. So we're going to have them crunch it here just because they get starvation. Because they get a bunch of sedimentary rock. And that will be handy for them on this planet, I feel. At the very least, I can crunch it into sand, especially since we're kind of like running low on sand. So like cemetery rock to sand, we'll do like 10 of those, just something to keep someone busy. Who is starving and why? We have so much food. Do you just need to, like, get off the wheel? Well, if you want me to tell you to go to the kitchen and get some food, I will tell you to go to the kitchen and get some food. Oh, okay. But yeah, so what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to put a bunch of their like relaxation stuff, bedrooms, eateries, and rec rooms over here. And then like all of their work stuff can keep being over here. So like strip out all of these cots, put them up here, and do like a drop pole somewhere around here so that they have to run through these here. Wildlife preserves, whatever they are. I can't remember nature reserve for the life of me. So max size of 120. So right about there. That would be our door. So like that. There, and that there. During the save, can't click anything. Go door. Bunch of that. Then we can deconstruct this, and this whole thing will be a nature reserve. And so then we'll do like our ladders up and down into the main access through here. So another thing that I'm sure I'll want to do. Say that's like 3 wide. 1, 2, 3. So you can't count that one because insulation's kind of in. Well, we could move it over one. That could be the wall, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3. So this would be our next wall spot. And do like that. Yeah. For now, I want to do something like that so that that filter can keep doing its work. And they can make it in here. So should probably do something like that so that they can actually like jump over on that spot. But yeah, I like the idea of that. And then I don't know, I can fill this up with decor and well, I don't even need it to come all the way over there. Because as long as they go through either of these spots, that's technically a reserve. But yeah, I'll mess around with it. I don't know what I'd put there instead, like more rec rooms maybe. But I need to figure out, I need to think about the layout that I want to do here. Like if this is going to be the main access up and down, then like what do I put on this side? What do I put on that side in terms of rooms? But one way or the other, that's the hour mark right there. So I think I will call this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And I will catch you in the next episode. Out.